Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know, it has been a really long time since I filmed, and to be honest, I don't have a good excuse for why I haven't filmed. I don't know how the pandemic has affected everybody else, but kind of being locked down in my house, it kind of killed my desire to be creative and really play with my makeup. So I didn't play with my makeup. I took pretty much the whole summer off. I got back into makeup a few months ago, maybe mid-July. I've been pretty active over on Instagram. I have tons of ideas I want to film. It's just with my kids being home all the time and me being home all the time, I just haven't had the motivation to do anything. I'm sorry. I do want to do a quick disclaimer. I apologize if at any point in this video you hear my kids screaming at each other. They've been doing that a lot lately. For today's video, I am going to be sharing my thoughts on the new Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. Influenster sent this to me for free for review purposes. I promise that all thoughts are my own. Getting it for free did not affect my thoughts on it. So let's jump into it. First off, I want to show off the packaging. I think that the packaging is absolutely stunning. This is raised. I opened all of my windows so that you could see the effect that the light has on the raised part. It's beautiful. I literally like gasped when I opened it and saw how beautiful it looked. The packaging is very sturdy, like most Urban Decay palettes are. Yeah, I could sit here and like do that all day. I think it's so pretty. So let's open it. I'm holding it down like this so that you don't see how messy my bedroom is. However, there is a mirror. This palette has 12 shades. It has 4 mattes and then 8 of these very cool, I believe Urban Decay is calling them marbleized shimmers. I think that the palette is very pretty. I do wish, now that I've used it a few times, that one of the mattes was maybe a blue or a green color to better go with, there is a green shimmer, there's a blue shimmer, and then there's 2 purple shimmers. So I do wish that one of the mattes, instead of having 4 kind of neutral shades, that they had put in just one fun matte shade. Okay, I am gonna do some swatches now. So the first shade in the palette is this light shade right here. It is called Good Karma. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, this is my least favorite shade in the palette. I wish they had taken this one out and put in maybe a blue or a green matte. It's very chalky and it's not very pigmented. So I'll show you with a swatch. See, it just kind of applies kind of chalky, I don't know. I don't like it that much. It was the first shade I swatched when I played around with the palette, and I was like, no, I hope it's not like all of the shades aren't like this. They're not though. So the next shade is this Jade, and this is one of the marbleized shimmers. Look at that. I love that it's like a sheen of color. The next shade is this light blue, and it's called Opal Aura. That's what it looks like on the finger. That's what it looks like with a couple passes. It's actually what I am wearing on my inner eyes, or my inner corners. I think it's a very good inner eye highlight. So the next shade in the palette is called Tiger's Eye. And that is what it looks like on my finger. And that is what it looks like on my arm. Sorry, I stopped filming for a minute because I could hear my kid in the bathroom and I didn't want you guys to hear that. But that's what Tiger's Eye looks like. Again, it is a very sheer. I love the way they look when the light hits them. I feel like they're so pretty. The next shade in the palette is this kind of purpley one. It's called Vibes. And that's what it looks like on my finger. And that is what it looks like applied. It's not very pigmented until you get it into the light. I feel like that one's kind of a more sheen purple. And then the last color in this top row is another matte. It's called Antidote. That's what it looks like on my finger. And that is what it looks like applied. That one's kind of chalky too. Maybe they could have taken that one out and put it on a blue or green. So that is what that first row looks like applied. They are very shimmery, very sparkly, but all of them are just kind of gentle washes of color. Okay, and now for the bottom row. These are my favorite shades, the ones that I find myself going to far more often than this top row, because I think it's got just some more fun colors. I do really like the green from the top row, but I like these 6 shades down here. So the first one that I'm going to swatch is this brown shade down here. It is called Hexed. It is I like this one much more. It's much more pigmented. And it doesn't feel as chalky to me as the other two mattes do. The next shade is kind of a gray color. It's called Bloodstone. That's what it looks like. And again, it is one of the marbleized shimmers. That's what it looks like on my finger. And that is what it looks like. It's kind of a brown gray, I guess. Kind of like a a duochrome, not a multichrome, a duochrome. The next one, this is actually what I am wearing on my eyes. For the most part, it's called Ojo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. O-J-O. Ojo. And that is what it looks like on my finger. That is what it looks like on my arm. I really like that one. That one I think is beautiful. Again, it is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. Just wipe my fingers off. Okay, the next color in the palette is called Raw Energy. It's like a purple. I am wearing this one a little bit on my eyes too. Kind of just above the blue. It is not as pigmented as the blue, but it does give just a gentle wash of sparkle. The next shade in the palette is this kind of mauvey brown, and it is called Meditate. And that is what it looks like on my finger. That is what it looks like on. I like that shade a lot too. I think that one is very pretty. And then the last shade in the palette is a dark brown, and it is called Third Eye. And it is the last matte. And that's what it looks like on my finger. And that is what it looks like applied. So that is the whole palette. Trying to move it around so you can see it from all different ways of the light hitting it. So my final thoughts on this palette. I do think it is a gorgeous palette. I do wish that they had maybe taken out these two light mattes at the top and maybe put in a blue matte or a green matte or a purple matte or any of those three instead of these light two. I just feel like another color of a matte would make it more of a cohesive palette where you could do, you know, like the green, you could do a green matte and then a green, one of the green sparkles or blue sparkles. I wish that there was one more matte that was a different color. I don't really see myself using those top two mattes with any of these colors because I like to use mattes kind of in my crease and on the outer edge and kind of keep the shimmers on the inside. And I prefer a deeper matte to just add definition in my eyes. So I do wish, again, that they had a different matte color up at the top. However, these shimmers are a unique formula. I don't feel like I've seen anything in any of the palettes that I have that is like this. It's very smooth, it's very creamy. They are very soft. I do recommend not applying them with the brush that's included with the palette, but going in with your fingers, you'll get a much better color payoff. I also don't think I would use the brush sprayed with like a Fix Plus because it is such a soft formula. I feel like going in with a dampened brush would kind of disintegrate the formula much quicker. You would you maybe not get as much use out of it. So my thoughts on the palette. I think it is a beautiful palette. I think if you like to shimmer and shine, kind of like to glam up and sparkle, it's a good palette for you. It is $54, which I do feel like is a little overpriced considering the mattes aren't exactly my favorite. I did just take a quick break to go to Urban Decay's website and find out how much the Naked palettes were. I don't know why, for some reason I thought that there were more shadows in the Naked palettes, but there's only 12 shadows in there. Maybe because they typically have a wider range of colors, where I feel like that one is a better value because you can do several different looks with just that palette alone. I don't feel like with this palette, with this color story, you can get a ton, you know, a wide variety of different looks. If like I said, maybe if they had put in a different color matte up at the top, you could get a wider range of looks. However, I am happy that I have this palette in my collection because I do love the 8 Marbleized shimmers. I think that they are absolutely gorgeous. So I think I would give this palette like a B because I will find, I do see myself using 10 of the 12 shades. I don't think that I'll be using these 2 shades very much, but I do like you know, the whole bottom line and the middle. So I guess you just have to think about for yourself how much you see yourself using some of the shades. You know, is $54 worth only using 10 shades? I don't know, you'll have to decide that for yourself. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I would have bought this palette because of the color story and what I feel like it is lacking. But I am happy it's in my collection. I think it is a gorgeous palette. I absolutely love the packaging. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think of the palette and if you'll be picking it up in the comments. Thank you so much.